What does the Bible really say about depression? Psalm 34 verse 18. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Depression often feels like isolation. It can feel like you're invisible, like no one truly understands what you're going through, even when you're surrounded by people. It reminds you that in your lowest emotional state, when your heart feels shattered and your spirit feels heavy, God is not distant. He is close. This verse doesn't say God is close to the strong or the happy. It specifically says he is close to the brokenhearted. That means your pain doesn't push God away. It actually draws him nearer. When you feel crushed mentally or emotionally, when even simple tasks feel overwhelming, that is exactly where God meets you. This might look like those quiet moments when you're lying in bed, unable to explain why you feel empty. It could be during a long day when you're smiling on the outside but hurting inside. In those moments, this verse encourages you to shift your perspective. You are not abandoned. God is present in your pain, even if you don't feel it. Depression can make you believe you're beyond help or too far gone. But this verse says God saves those who are crushed in spirit. That means there is hope, not necessarily instant relief, but the promise that your current state is not permanent. Be honest with God. You don't need to pretend or fix yourself before coming to him. You can come as you are, broken, confused, tired, and trust that he is already near, working in ways you may not yet see. Matthew 11 verse 28. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Depression is exhausting. It's not just emotional. It affects your body, your motivation, your thoughts, and even your sense of purpose. You can feel tired even after sleeping, drained even after doing nothing. This verse speaks directly to that deep exhaustion. Jesus invites all who are weary, not just physically tired, but emotionally overwhelmed and mentally burdened. Depression often comes with invisible weights: guilt, fear, hopelessness, overthinking, or unresolved pain. These burdens pile up over time, making life feel heavier than it should. What makes this verse powerful is the simplicity of the invitation. Come to me. There are no complicated steps, no requirements to be perfect. Just come. That could mean praying honestly, even if your words feel weak. It could mean sitting in silence and acknowledging that you need help. The promise is rest, not necessarily instant solutions, but relief for your soul. In everyday life, this might look like finding small moments of peace in the middle of chaos. It might be a gradual lifting of pressure, or the ability to breathe again when anxiety feels overwhelming. Depression often pushes people to isolate, to withdraw, to believe they have to handle everything alone. But this verse challenges that mindset. It reminds you that you were never meant to carry everything by yourself. Rest doesn't always mean everything around you changes. It often means something inside you begins to shift. When you bring your burdens to God, you create space for healing, clarity, and strength to slowly return. Isaiah 41 verse 10. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. Depression can come with fear. Fear of the future, fear of never getting better, fear of losing control. It can also bring discouragement, where everything feels pointless or uncertain. This verse speaks directly to both fear and discouragement. God says, do not fear, do not be dismayed. These are not just commands. They are reassurances rooted in a promise. I am with you. The reason you don't have to be overwhelmed is not because life is easy, but because you are not facing it alone. Depression can make even small decisions feel overwhelming. Getting out of bed, responding to messages, or planning your day. Fear creeps in subtly, making you question your ability to cope. But this verse reminds you that your strength does not come solely from yourself. God also says, I will strengthen you and help you. This means you don't have to manufacture strength on your own. Strength can come from outside of you, even when you feel completely drained. Sometimes help comes in unexpected ways: a kind word, a moment of clarity, or even the strength to take one small step forward. Depression often makes you focus on how far you have to go, but God focuses on helping you through right now. This verse encourages you to shift your focus from your fears to God's presence. Even when your emotions feel unstable, His promise remains steady. You may not feel strong, but you are supported. You may feel uncertain, but you are not alone. Psalm 42 verse 11, NIV. Why, my soul, are you downcast? Why so disturbed within me? Put your hope in God. This verse is powerful because it reflects an internal conversation. The writer is speaking to his own soul, questioning his sadness. This shows that even people of faith experience deep emotional struggles. Depression often involves negative self-talk, thoughts that spiral and reinforce sadness. But here, the writer models a different kind of inner dialogue. He acknowledges his feelings, but doesn't let them have the final word. This might look like recognizing when your thoughts are pulling you deeper into despair, instead of accepting every negative thought as truth. This verse encourages you to gently challenge them. Why are you downcast? Is not a question of judgment. It's an invitation to reflect. Sometimes depression doesn't have a clear reason, but other times, understanding your emotions can be the first step toward healing. The second part of the verse shifts focus. Put your hope in God. Hope is not the same as immediate happiness. It's a belief that things can improve, even if they haven't yet. Depression can make hope feel distant or unrealistic. But this verse reminds you that hope is something you can choose, even in small ways. It might be choosing to believe that tomorrow could feel slightly better, or that your story is not over. This verse teaches emotional honesty and intentional thinking. You are allowed to feel low, but you are also encouraged to guide your thoughts toward hope, even when it feels difficult. 2 Corinthians 1 verses 3-4. The God of all comfort comforts us in all our troubles. Depression can make you feel misunderstood, like no one truly gets it. This verse introduces God as a source of comfort, not temporary distraction, but deep, lasting comfort. Comfort here doesn't mean ignoring pain or pretending everything is okay. It means being supported within your struggles. God meets you in your troubles, not after they are resolved. In everyday life, this might look like moments when you feel a sense of calm despite everything going on around you. It might be the ability to keep going even when things feel heavy. The comfort you receive can later help others. Depression can make you feel useless or disconnected, but your experiences can eventually become a source of strength for someone else. When you've gone through emotional pain, you develop empathy. You understand struggles in a deeper way. That doesn't mean your pain was necessary, but it means it can have purpose. This perspective can slowly change how you view your situation. Instead of seeing only darkness, you begin to see the possibility that your journey can impact others in meaningful ways. God's comfort is not limited. It's available in every kind of trouble, whether your depression is caused by loss, stress, loneliness, or something you can't even explain. Lamentations 3 verses 22-23. Because of the Lord's great love we are not consumed. His mercies are new every morning. Depression can make each day feel like a continuation of the last. Same heaviness, same struggles, same thoughts. This verse introduces a powerful idea. Every day is a new beginning. His mercies are new every morning means yesterday does not define today. No matter how bad a previous day was, there is fresh grace available. This could mean giving yourself permission to start again. Maybe yesterday you couldn't get anything done, or your emotions felt overwhelming. This verse reminds you that today is not ruined because of yesterday. Depression often creates a cycle where one bad day leads to guilt, which makes the next day even harder. But this verse breaks that cycle. It tells you that God's mercy resets daily. You are not stuck. This doesn't mean everything will suddenly improve overnight, but it does mean that each day carries new potential, even if it's small. Sometimes healing happens in tiny steps, getting out of bed, taking a walk, reaching out to someone. These small actions matter, and they are part of the new mercy each day brings. Be patient with yourself. You don't have to fix everything at once. Just focus on today, knowing that tomorrow will bring you strength when you get there. John 16 verse 33. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. Depression can sometimes make you feel like something is wrong with you, that you shouldn't be struggling this way. But this verse normalizes hardship. Jesus openly says that trouble is a part of life. This is important because it removes the pressure to have everything together. Struggles, including depression, are not signs of failure. They are part of living in a complex world. But the verse doesn't stop there. It says, take heart. That means don't lose courage, even when things are difficult. The reason for this encouragement is powerful. I have overcome the world. This means that no matter how overwhelming your situation feels, it is not stronger than God. Depression can make problems feel permanent and unchangeable. But this verse reminds you that your current experience is not the final outcome. Taking heart doesn't mean ignoring your feelings. It means holding on to courage, even when you feel weak. It's choosing not to give up, even if progress feels slow. This verse gives you a broader perspective. Your struggles are real, but they are not the end of your story. There is a bigger picture, one where overcoming is possible. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe for more.